We stand moments before Ne'ilah. We approach Mincha. The Torah comes out of the Aron Kodesh, and the Baal Kodesh starts laning about licentiousness, frivolity, lasciviousness, forbidden relationships, things that are so beyond the scope of the day. We are so distanced from that. We have done full tshuva. We have no shaykhs to that type of behavior. Why are we laning about this type of behavior? And the answer is that the holiest person, the Yetzer Hara, goes after. And that's when they try to get you. When you're at your holiest place, that's when the Yetzer Hara goes after you. And that's why we have to hear this Kriyas HaTorah. We have to be mechuzik. When the Yetzer Hara comes after you, that means you are something holy and he wants to get you. My illustrious brother Reb Moshe told me a meridik maisa. The Meshech Chochma Reb Meir Simcha Dar Samech was nifter, and by his levaya they called upon the other Rav in town, the Rav of the Chassidim, to say a hesped, the Ragatshava Goyim. The Ragatshava never spoke in public. He said, I will not say a hesped, I don't speak in public. They came to the gravesite and they said, Ragatshava, this was the Rav of the Litvisha, you're the other Rav in town, you must honor this Yid, Reb Meir Simcha. So the Ragatshava relented and he said the following. I was a young boy. I never saw my father out of a wheelchair. My father lived on a second floor, and the apartment that he was in was ablaze, an inferno. And they came running up to try to save him, and he says, I cannot go. They said, why not? He says, because I have an old tanta, an old aunt that lives with me, and she's an invalid, and she cannot walk, and I cannot leave her behind. And then what happened? He jumped up out of his wheelchair. He grabbed her. He grabbed his old elderly aunt, put her on his shoulders and ran down the steps and saved his life and her life, and he sat back down in a wheelchair. Said the Ragatshava by gravesite, how is it possible that somebody who could never move his legs was able to jump up and not only carry his own weight, carry his tanta, and save themselves? He says, when es brennt a fire, ken men alts ton. When there's a fire burning, a person is empowered with unlimited koiches, supernatural koiches. Said the Ragatshava Reb Meir Simcha's fire for Torah is so beyond that he was able to do and accomplish what he did because he always saw a fire in front of himself. I was just recently reading a biography of Rabbi Sion Yadler, and Rabbi Sion Yadler says that they used to live in Hebron and in the Ir Atika in Altstadt. They lived side by side with the Arabs, and the Arabs were there on their beck and call to do any chesed that they needed, and they were there and they lived b'yedidus, with the Chavrashaft, and there was never any incident of terror, nothing but friendliness. Said Rabbi Sion, how is that possible? The Arabs are sworn enemies of the Yidden. Said Rabbi Sion, because the Shmiras Hatznias, the Kedushas Ha'einayim, the care given not to look where one was not supposed to look, is what saved them. We live in a time that we say Tillim after davening every day because of what's going on, the horrors, the hostages, the terror, the redifus, the anti-Semitism, what's going on in the world, whether it's in Europe, America, Flatbush, Brooklyn, Chicago. There's one Eitzah, and the Eitzah is what we're doing, what this organization does so profoundly. Shmiras Ha'einayim, that is the way to win the battle, and that's the way to win over the Arabs, and there's no other way. Zal mir zeichen sein that there should be shalom and a good gebencht Jahr.